I'd heard you talk about how you took responsibility for your recovery and for yourself at one stage. Can you talk a little bit more about when, how was there like a little bit of a penny dropping? Was it that encounter with Bodhi and taking that responsibility for your own self? That's quite a stoic thing to say as well. Like it's a very stern way of thinking.
Yeah, prior to that, like I said earlier, it was like the biggest thing was independence. Like when you're 25 years old and you go from trying to win an Olympic gold medal to having someone shower you, they're worlds apart. And so for me, the biggest thing was like, I can't live my life being cared for by others. Like I can't, that for me, I just couldn't handle that. And at first I thought the only way to achieve that was to walk again, to be vertical. And that was the only way I was going to be able to be in that situation. But then meeting Booty, it kind of was a shift there. And that was that was a tipping point for me, in that I realized I could take responsibility for my own actions going forward, and I could create the person I wanted to be. Because like I said, there was so many like rules and limitations on what I could do because I was a C6 quadriplegic. So like there was just norms that went with that. Like, all right, you're a C6 quadriplegic, like therefore you won't be able to do this, 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 and this, and you will have to drive this car and you'll need this bed. And that's just what C6 quadriplegics have to have. And then I met Booty, and it's like, well, he's C6 quadriplegic and he's not doing any of that. He's living a totally normal life and just dragging himself around, as he said. So then I went home from that, and it was like not a matter of copying how Booty did everything, but I just stopped putting limitations on it. Like I didn't go to the medical book to see if I could do that or not. I just tried it and suffered the consequences if it didn't work out perfectly, and then tried to fix it, and eventually got myself to a point where now I do live an independent life and I do take care of myself, and everything we do is normal. You know, I've traveled the world by myself. I've traveled the world with Elise, and I wake up every day and handle my business. Is my day different than what it used to be and different to maybe what yours would be? Yeah, it's very different. There's so many things I have to think about every day that not a quote unquote normal person wouldn't. But I learned to enjoy that challenge of that. And I think my sporting background gave me the ability to be organized enough and to appreciate the step-by-step and the process to do that every day. I mean, if I have to wake up 2 hours earlier than someone else to be ready at the same time, I just do it without talking about it, because I want to be seen as normal. I don't want to be seen or treated as different. And if I don't want to be treated as different, then I have to give and show. I have to show the example that I'm not different. You know, I can't be cruising around complaining and you know, playing the woo me card. You know, I just have to get on with it and embrace that challenge every day. And that's sort of, and then I got a real kick and a real motivation out of doing that as time went on. And I end my days sometimes and look back like, wow, 3 years ago, to think I just did all that in a day, and that wouldn't have even been on my radar 3 years ago. And I get a real sense of pride out of that to do it again the next day.